But speaking of doing a bad job, people after Paris Olympics, winners of medals, both gold, silver, bronze, are posting on social media saying, "Why is my medal peeling?"
Oh.
They've just found out that they're not solid gold, silver and bronze. No jokes. But truthfully, this is incredibly embarrassing. Check this out. The place that put them together is now recalling them, which is weird because they've been making French coins and medals since the 9th century. So you'd think they'd know what they were doing by now. But no, apparently they had some new terrible laws whereby they had to spray them with some sort of chemical, which is now causing them to peel so soon after the Olympics as well. It's not even like...
These are EU regulations too. So
Yes.
This is Belgium finally getting its own back against France. So,
Oh, Belgium made them spray
you
the
laugh at
medals.
us because of our wine, and now we are going to regulate your Olympics.
I think the lesson here is they shouldn't have meddled with the process.
Oh my God.
How long did you
But
work on that?
could I also say, when you're giving medals for breakdancing, the medals are already tarnished. That's the other point on this. But
Clearly they'd kept them long enough to find out that they're peeled.
the substance that they were using to stop them from corroding was apparently toxic. But remember when Olympians would famously, they'd get
Bite
their medal
on
and they'd bite on it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe if they just weren't biting them, they could still keep using that chemical and they wouldn't have deteriorating medals.
I reckon that was an overhang from maybe the Moscow Olympics where they were going, like, is this actually real? Is this actually legit? Is it? Yeah. But,
It just goes to show, I mean, the medals weren't much better than the opening ceremony, basically.
No, that's right. And although there was an exception, I have to say, and that was amazing, the Last Supper that was meant to be Bacchus that had the weird blue fat guy.
Oh, yeah, that hugely demonic opening ceremony.
So French. But I just want to pick up on one of your last statements. The cycling team actually didn't have any of these problems with their awards. They just put the pedal to the metal.
Hilarious. I used to be really comforted by how much of a failure the Paris Olympics were, because obviously we've got the gong in 2032. So I'm like, well, if we're any better than them, that saves our bacon, right? But no, LA will have probably done a very flashy job in their new LA 2.0 smart city by then in 2028. So we really have to pick up our socks. But it's not happening. Check this out. Former Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk, you thought you'd seen the last of her, but no, she's graced people's screens again today because she wants to distance herself from the absolute burning dumpster fire that appears to be the planning or lack thereof of the Brisbane Olympics 2032. Have a listen.
When I left, we had a plan, we were sticking to the plan, and the tenders would have been out now for the Gabba, and the planning and construction would have been well getting into it now. So I'm absolutely shocked at the state of this. Everything's getting unpicked. I often describe it as like if you're knitting a sweater and someone pulls a bit of wool, it's all going to come untangled, and everyone is pulling bits of wool of this sweater. And you know, if I was at the IOC at the moment, I would be saying, what is going on, Brisbane?